Right now at 5, a major political visit at the La Crosse Center. We are live from Pete Buttigieg's town hall.
And an incredible save on the Black River. Hear from one of Thor's heroes.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Former U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is hosting a town hall in La Crosse tonight.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live at the La Crosse Center. Grace, how are things going over there?
Things are going great over here, Emily. There's definitely a lot of excitement here in the room tonight. People really look forward to hearing what Buttigieg has to say and sharing their concerns with him. Today's event will largely focus on the rising cost of health care. According to his team, over 300,000 Wisconsinites have seen their insurance premiums double. Here's what one attendee had to say.
Both our kids are grown and out of the house and have their own insurance with their companies, but I can't imagine a young family trying to insure their kids without help, you know, with the program they had under Obamacare.
The town hall was originally scheduled for November, but Buttigieg had to reschedule due to a family emergency. Now, we've been told the event is expected to start sometime between 6:30 and 7. We plan on sticking around, so we'll have more coverage for you tonight at 6 and 10. In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. And as you could see in that video, a couple of flurries falling down. So let's talk some weather, getting a live look outside with that City Cam 8.
Yeah, we've seen some snow come and go over the last 24 hours, and more could be on the way. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for a look.
You definitely have a period of snow, not a lot of snow accumulating over the next probably 24 hours or less than that, but the winds will start and continue to increase and the temperatures are plummeting right now. So that'll be the story too right now. Now, due to that temperatures falling down, there are some flash freeze issues. You can see some of the yellow special weather statements kind of just outside of our area. If you go further west, they have more wind and blowing and drifting snow out in western Minnesota, and they've got the winter weather advisory. So overall, there are some travel issues this evening, and especially on roads is what we're concerned about. If you look outside, you can see Eau Claire's gotten some snow. They went down to briefly to a half mile with one of these snow showers. So far, we haven't quite seen as many of that, but that gives you an idea what it can look like when these do come through. And there is kind of a line across the river, but a little bit less. As we zoom in towards this area, you can see overall we've seen some visibilities drop to 4 or 3, but right now I haven't seen anything less than 2. Further to the north, there's that area that went through Eau Claire. You can see just that little visibility there once you get under the snow showers. So we'll see more of this later on, and then we'll track out, yes, we got some dangerous cold coming for early next week. So we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. And with those colder conditions on the way, the city of La Crosse is activating the Emergency Day Center. That's at 713 St. James Street. It will be activated Monday, and it'll be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And a reminder, you can always track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn weather app.
Well, a scam alert out of Hoka. Police say scammers are impersonating Mayor Lee Tippery in fraudulent emails, requesting victims to send money to buy gift cards. Now, if you received this email, call Hoka Police at 507-894-4777.
The Trump administration reinstating $2 billion of federal funds for mental health and substance use programs. It comes less than 24 hours after the administration cut those funds. Today, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin highlighting the confusion caused by the move.
No warning or ask for a reapplication. The only explanation many received was that their work no longer aligned with the Trump administration's public health agenda.
Those briefly canceled grants targeted programs for children, tribal communities, and other at-risk groups.
President Trump unveiling a $50 billion rural health care fund. All 50 states will receive at least $100 million a year over the next 5 years. It's designed to boost health care options for areas where hospitals have closed or are facing financial strain.
These funds will go to empowering rural hospitals, strengthening their workforce, modernizing facilities and technology, and ensuring that rural Americans get world-class health care in their own community.
This coming a day after the president announces his new health care plan. If passed, Money will be sent directly to consumers, which he says will increase price transparency from insurance companies.
Happening around the state, Wisconsin's assembly passing a bill that would ban certain ingredients from free or reduced priced meals in schools. Vegetable oil, potassium bromate, and red dye 3 are included in the list. The measure falls in line with HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again movement. Wisconsin is now expected to have $1.5 billion more in surplus after its current budget cycle. That's according to the state's Legislative Fiscal Bureau. It would bring the state's total surplus to $2.3 billion, well above the $800 million surplus that was originally projected.
On Alaska Middle School, 8th graders visited Western Tech for a career day. Junior Achievement hosting the event. The nonprofit's goal is to strengthen students' workforce skills and financial literacy. Today, over a dozen businesses and organizations participated.
Are going to different events and learning about getting a job, finances, what kinds of jobs you can go into.
210 students attended the career fair.
A La Crosse nonprofit celebrating Gold Star grant recipients today. The La Crosse Public Education Foundation hosted teachers and community members at the Cargill Room for its annual awards luncheon. In 2025, the foundation awarded 40 grants worth $95,000 to enhance unique education opportunities in La Crosse schools. Cooley Region Mechanical Contractors earned a Partner in Education Award today. Brad Korberg took home the Distinguished Service Award, and La Crosse School Administrator Ami Zabrowski won the Richard Swantz Leadership Award.
Thanks to the actions of 2 fishermen, a dog is safe after falling through the ice near Bryce Prairie.
News 8 Now's Seth Padilla caught up with one of Thor's heroes.
I'm here at the Cooley Region Humane Society, where one of their rescues had a close call on a frozen lake, but thankfully some good Samaritans were standing by. Right now you're watching video of 2 fishermen rushing to save Thor. The dog who escaped his foster home wandered onto thin ice and broke through. 2 fishermen didn't hesitate, sliding on their stomachs to reach him before it was too late.
Watching the dog, and he keeps going out further and further, and then all of a sudden it was just in an instant he went through. And I was just like, I can't believe this is happening.
And both men knew there wasn't any time to spare.
Really, he looked at us, and you could just kind of tell that he was almost to the point of giving up, you know. At 5 more minutes, I don't know. Once we got a hold of the dog, we didn't let it go, I'll tell you that much.
For Michael, risk didn't even cross his mind.
Truth be told, I wasn't even really thinking about it, because again, I just did not want that dog to, you know what I mean? That dog had to get out of there.
Standing by without action was not an option.
If I would have watched that dog die, it would have been, I mean, just so heartbreaking.
After a hard fight, they were able to bring the dog back to shore. Emergency officials say this is an example of how the ice can turn deadly without notice.
So very heroic, very, very great service to that dog because it did not have very much time. But we just asked to be very aware of the ice conditions, stay away from weak ice, and get yourself a set of ice picks. And if you're going to be out there fishing a lot, it's a big investment, but a floating ice suit, ice fishing suit is a great, great investment.
As for Thor, he's back at the Cooley Region Humane Society, waiting to be adopted. Cooley Region Humane Society predicts a full recovery for Thor. Reporting in Alaska, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
And still to come tonight, President Trump's newest threats in his push to take Greenland.
Plus, the Star Wars franchise switching up their leadership. Who's getting handed the keys? Up next.
Monday starting at 5 a.m., reports of phony Ozempic hitting the market, plus how to get a bigger tax refund, and Nicole is tracking a big temperature drop. The news starts at 5 a.m.
Save money and sleep better during the January clearance sale at PM Sleep Center. Twins starting at $159, full starting at $249, queen pillow tops as low as $399. Shop the January clearance sale only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
We are very fortunate to have our mom in our lives. We rely on Medicaid to pay for her long-term care. When I learned that it might be cut, I met with Representative Van Orden. He promised that he would never cut Medicaid. He even signed this letter. Then he turned around and he voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. It's absolutely devastating. We need to tell Congressman Van Orden, stop raising our health care costs.
The Menards bag sale is here. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. How much will you save? Finish up your projects or even get date night started. You're not going to want to miss this. Hurry in while there's still time to see how much you can fit in the bag. Don't miss this chance to save big at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag.
Save big money at Menards.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Save money and sleep better during the January clearance sale at PM Sleep Center. Choose from over 15 mattresses starting at only $5.99. Shop the January clearance sale only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
Well, new details in the fatal shooting of Renee Good. The Minneapolis Fire Department says she was hit in the chest, forearm, and head. The report shows paramedics arrived 5 minutes after Good was shot and found her unresponsive with an irregular pulse. Life-saving efforts were attempted on the scene and in the ambulance, though Good was pronounced dead at the hospital.
This is completely, as the mayors know, out of balance, and it is chaos.
Now, Twin Cities Mayor Jacob Frey has called for calm recently in the ongoing protests, but new tonight, U.S. officials tell CBS Minnesota that the Department of Justice is now investigating Frey and Governor Walz for allegedly obstructing law enforcement activities.
Now, those clashes in Minnesota shining a spotlight on harsh ICE tactics nationwide. In California, 21-year-old Caden Rumler was shot in the face with a non-lethal weapon by an agent, leaving him permanently blind in his left eye. Video shows an agent pulling another demonstrator away from the crowds when Rumler, holding a megaphone, rushes after them and is shot at close range.
My understanding is there's still metal lodged in your face right next to your carotid artery.
Yes, there is, a few millimeters away. My doctor said it's a miracle I'm still alive.
The Department of Homeland Security says 2 agents were injured after the, quote, highly coordinated campaign of violence. Rumler was charged with disorderly conduct.
President Trump says he may put tariffs on countries that don't back his plan to control Greenland. Earlier this week, several European nations sent additional troops to the island at Denmark's request. And today, a bipartisan group of congressional lawmakers visited Denmark to, quote, lower the temperature on the rhetoric aimed at the NATO ally. The leaders of Denmark and Greenland have repeatedly said U.S. acquisition is not an option.
The thought of starting a war or invading a NATO ally is unthinkable.
Threats and bullying of an ally are wrong. And just on the weird chance that he's serious about invading Greenland, I want to let him know it would probably be the end of his presidency.
Stick around for the CBS Evening News with Tony DeCopel for the latest on this developing story.
Well, the average cost of a new car is at a record high. According to Edmunds and Kelley Blue Book, it's around $50,000. Tariffs on imported auto parts partially blame for the price hikes. Experts say the cheapest new car is the 2026 Hyundai Venue at $20,550. Mortgage rates falling to the lowest level in more than 3 years. The average 30-year fixed mortgage rate is at 6.7%. Experts say there are signs the lock-in effect has started to ease, which means homeowners are less reluctant to sell and give up their low rates secured early in the pandemic.
Star Wars is shaking up their leadership team. Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as president of Lucasfilm. She took control after Disney bought the company. Lucasfilm plans to split her current position into 2 jobs. Dave Filoni will oversee Lucasfilm's creative direction, and Lin-Wen Brennan will take care of the business side. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we definitely got more snow, more wind through Saturday, even on Sunday. Then the bigger story is the dangerous cold that we have in store for Monday. We'll all break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
It's Ashley's 4-day sale from Friday to Monday. Get 25% off your first item, plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down when you shop in store. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
Back again, Jeff? Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
At Ashley's 4-day sale, Friday through Monday. Pay no interest for 5 years with no money down. Plus, you can shop trending hot buys starting at just $2.99. Happening Friday through Monday. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Well, the stretch of 30s and 40s and all that weather that we've had for about the last 2 weeks is really going to come to a crashing end here this weekend. And looks like for the foreseeable future, we're going to be well below average, kind of like we were back in December, at least through the end of January right now. So currently we have the cold front that's pushed east of the area, but you can see, notice the temperatures east of the river now are below freezing, 20s, but look at west. They're already down into the low teens, to give you an idea that the cold air is beginning to push across the area. So with this transition, especially in southwest Wisconsin, you can see that transition right there. That's when you can pick up some flash freezing, just because there will be moisture on the ground, and with the snow falling, you can have that quick turnover, especially on less traveled roads too. Overall, we'll continue to see this as we kind of zoom in. This is really the focus of the area right now. So far, visibility is not too bad, but you can see period of sheen has come down to 2.5 miles at times. There's a little bit of band here that's kind of setting up, but overall, so far, roads overall are okay. Further north, here's that little band that actually, once again, got all the way down to about a half mile at Eau Claire, just a very narrow early band. So that's what we're going to continue to monitor throughout the evening, is these can drop visibilities down briefly. Really, the focus, I think, going on is going to be south of Eau Claire, I-90 and further south, what we're going to see most of the night. And you can see it picks up a little bit, I think, in coverage as we go closer to about now 9 or 10. You can see here's these streaks picking up, these snow showers. So I think later on this evening, between about 9 to 10, even 11, some of these areas once again could get down into that half mile with the wind beginning to pick up. So the blowing and drifting could continue all the way at least through midnight. Further north you go, unlikely to see much in the way of just flurries, so the snow chance is far less. And as we go throughout the nighttime, you can see it persisting all the way through 3 to 4 in the morning. So, and kind of actually getting a little bit of coverage towards tomorrow morning. So if you're south of I-90, the snow is going to be continuing all night, off and on. Further north, less likely you're going to see much in the way of snowfall. Tomorrow, it's really just morning activity, flurries and a few snow showers. You can see those kind of bundled up. The stronger, actually the more heavier type of snow showers will probably be further to the east during the day. So really, it's going to be a breezy, cloudy, and much colder day. There's your temperatures in the afternoon, teens and even some single digits too. So once again, far less than we've seen before. Now another system comes through, this is the snowfall overnight. Once again, if south of I-90, 1 to 2 potentially. If you get a little bit of heavier shower, you might get a little bit more. But as I mentioned, it drops off pretty significantly with snow amounts and chances as you go further north. The next system we have one for Sunday morning. This one is going to come through probably about 6 to maybe about noon with accumulating snow. May linger in the afternoon, but we could pick up another 1 to 2. This one kind of favors a little bit along and west of the river and then southwest Wisconsin too. We'll see if that changes, but everyone will be some snow for Sunday. The wind picks up, then the temperatures start falling. Sunday's highs back in the upper teens near 20. Once the snow ends Sunday afternoon, we're going to have a little bit of clearing. The winds pick up Sunday night, breezy conditions. The temperatures plummet. This is the wind chills you're going to wake up to. We're going to wake up to some wind chills that are potentially going to be 20 to 30 below once you wake up. So dangerous cold will be settling for Monday. High temperatures Monday, likely will barely get above 0 for many areas. That'll continue for Tuesday. Our temperatures do improve through the middle of the week with a few snow chances here and there. And then we have another drop in temperatures towards the end of the week with more snow chances. But the snow chances and even amounts next week are fairly light right now. So welcome back to winter after our little brief reprise into kind of springtime temps a little bit.
I didn't know it went away.
Well, compared to what we've had, 50-degree weather a few days ago.
Yeah, fairly mild winter
That's
up
still
until
winter
this
to me,
point.
yeah.
All right, thank you, Greg. Still to come, an 11-year-old's big find.
A closer look at his 48 million-year-old discovery.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
It's the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's where you'll find incredible savings on closeouts, floor samples, and overstocks. Sofas from Flex Steel and Smith Brothers, casual dining from John Thomas and Canadell, bedrooms by Canal Dover and Daniels Amish, and the area's best selection of quality leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. It's all in stock, ready for immediate delivery, and all at real savings. Hurry in for the best selection during the January clearance. It's on now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
An 11-year-old is credited with uncovering an ancient turtle fossil in Wyoming.
Yeah, last fall, Turin Pope was rock hunting when he uncovered a fossilized turtle. It's dating back nearly 48 million years. The Bureau of Land Management says the land was once a Green River basin with many fish, crocodiles, and turtles living in the area. So officials say natural erosion brought those remains to the surface.
Look at that, just stumbled upon it. Can't break those turtles. They're just like going and going and going.
I think it's probably ignited an intensified passion for archeology in this young man for sure.
Yeah.
To get a find at 11?
Oh yeah.
Most people are waiting a little while to find something.
Yeah, no, he's got to be super inspired to pursue more of it.
For sure.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
The 4-day sale starts Friday at Home Furniture. Find special savings throughout the showroom and get BOGO deals on recliners, rugs, stools, and more. Plus 3-year special financing. The 4-day sale ends Monday at Home Furniture.
This cozy season, we invite all of our neighbors to make their bathroom the coziest room in their home. With quick installs and a lifetime warranty, we bring quality upgrades right to your doorstep. And we won't just leave you there. Our experienced team will be there every step of the way. Plus, with our easy financing available, you're able to get the comfort you want today on a budget that works for you. So upgrade your cozy room this season with River Valley Remodelers. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
You came prepared to take on the pressure. We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit Maury'sWestSalemKia.com.
Get 2 rugs for the price of 1 during the BOGO rug sale at Homeworld Rugs. Mix and match with 30 different styles to redefine your home. Buy 1 rug at sale price and the second one is free. BOGO Rugs, going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
But then...
All right, tonight we're going to have temperatures getting back in the single digits to low teens, which is not far from where we should be. Accumulating snow is a possibility overnight. Snow will probably be in the morning time. Otherwise, just a cloudy, breezy, cold day in the teens. And we have more snow Sunday, but the bigger story going into Monday is that dangerous cold where we'll have wind chills well below 0.
That'll be a day where you've got to stay inside if you can.
Hopefully a lot of people have the holiday off and can do just that.